Hello and welcome back. So in this one we are going to be looking at how you can exploit port 25 on the Metasploitable server. So I'm going to begin by running an Nmap scan, and that is a service version scan on port 25, and then on my target server 192.168.117.128, and if we hit enter, you'll see that port 25 over TCP is opened. The service is SMTP for the simple mail transfer protocol, and then the version is SMTP postfixed. Now a little bit about SMTP. SMTP stands for the simple mail transfer protocol, and it runs on port 25, right? It is used for sending and receiving emails. Now I want to make a clarification before we continue, and that is that you cannot exploit directly into the server using port 25, right? The simple mail transfer protocol is designed for mail transfer. It is not designed for a remote shellcode. Most vulnerabilities on SMTP servers are configuration flaws like open relay vulnerabilities or information disclosure flaws, right? They are not remote code execution flaws. Because of that, we can only perform user enumeration on this port. So now that this port is opened, I'm going to head straight to the MSF console, like so, and we're going to use an exploit known as SMTP Enum to try and brute force this port. To try and enumerate users on this port. So let it start, and then we take it from there. Alright, the MSF console is set, so I'm going to clear the screen. I want to search for SMTP _enum. That's the exploit that we want to use. So it is not there, it is search, not search for. That's where the problem is. So it's a nice error there from me. So let's use 0 since the index number is 0, and we can do show options to see the options that are there for us to input, and we only have one thing to do, and it is to set our remote host. You see it already has the port number is set, the threads set to 1, Unix only to true. So interestingly, it is using a Unix _txt user that comes with the tool. So I'm going to set our host to 192.168.17.128, enter, and let's run this, and it's going to take a bit of time just to perform this enumeration, and that is because the list is a bit long. So when it finishes, we are going to take it from there. Alright, our scan has just been completed, and you can see it found a number of users like backup, like bin, daemon, based CCD, FTP games, so many of them. So what we can now do is we can start verifying all of these users, right? We can try to verify if these users are valid, if some of these users are valid, and if they are valid, we can now use a service like SSH, Telnet, FTP, and try to brute force and try to brute force these users, right? So I'm going back to the other terminal. Now that I'm here in this other terminal, we are going to use Netcat, right, to try to verify some of these users. So we can do Netcat. You give the IP address 192.168.17.128 on port 25. Hit enter, and now you can run the verify command. SMTP uses 3 principal command. One is verify VRFY, another one is expand EXPN, and then there is the receipt to command, right? The verify command checks if a user exists. The expand command would basically expand the mailing list if it is enabled, and then receipt to, sometimes you use it to confirm valid email on a recipient. So if we come here and we do verify root, you see that root is a valid user. That's why you get a 252 response. If root were not a valid user, you'd get a 550 response. Let me just search for, let's try to verify Komi, and you see that recipient address rejected, user unknown in local or recipient table, and the response code is 550. We can also verify MSF admin, right, just to see if this is okay. So I'm going to quit. And another way you can do this is by using Telnet. We can Telnet to our target machine on port 25, and then start to run the commands. Just run verify root. You see root is a user. Verify I think mail is a user. Verify service definitely will be a user. So this is basically what you use port 25 for. You do not use port 25 to gain a reverse shell or to perform code execution on a remote server. You use it principally for your information gathering, right? Because as you know, usernames are the first step in credential attacks. Once you know valid users, you can try brute force or password spraying attacks on other services like SSH, FTP, Telnet, and so on and so forth. So the final takeaway here is that port 25 is about information gathering. It is not about direct exploitation.